To wrap this journey series up, involving the great John Stockton, great Steve Nash, and of course the great Chris Paul, I wanted to talk about the common theme between these three players. These are three players that it is inevitable that they are top all-time point guards. Wherever you place these point guards, if that is number one, which is kind of crazy because you got Magic and Steph up there, or you got them lower on that pole at like 8 or 9. Again, those are both extreme cases. That is my point. One thing you cannot take away from these players is if you were a John Stockton and you played for the Utah Jazz all your career and you are the all-time assist leader, or if you are a player in Steve Nash that it took a little bit for your career to eventually take off the way it did, where you were able to win two MVPs and you were the system for the Phoenix Suns in that 7-second offense, it just never panned out to even a NBA Finals appearance. Or again, Chris Paul, who, yes, his antics really get on people's nerves. And I understand that gives everybody the reason to talk the shit that they do about Chris Paul. But at the end of the day, Chris Paul, throughout his career, has shown to make every team he has been on, yes, every team he has been on, better than the previous year. Or if it was because in Oklahoma City Thunder's case, losing top players in Paul George and Russell Westbrook and still being able to be capable to make it to the playoffs and go against the Houston Rockets. Listen, as much as we want to sit here and we want to find every reason for why a player should be one below or one ahead another player, these are three all-time great point gods, facilitating geniuses, high IQ players. There is a reason why when you talk about these three players specifically, it can be very hard to figure out who should be the top of the top. Chris Paul is still currently playing and he is going to the Los Angeles Clippers, and that's going to be interesting within itself. But even him going to the San Antonio Spurs, he just later in his career started to find these places where he could maybe help out just enough. Again, when you have that veteran presence like Chris Paul, who is great at the end of the day, I know we take away his greatness because he didn't win a finals. Yes, he made a finals appearance, though. Again, losing 2-0 and then eventually just feeling like, all right, that was the best chance. It's not going to happen anymore. I don't know if that's necessarily true. John Stockton, of course, he's made it to the finals twice, lost twice. Steve Nash, man, that Lakers team, if his body didn't break down with him, Kobe, and Dwight, that would have been an interesting team. That's always one of the biggest what ifs in NBA history. We always talk about that Lakers team because, of course, those are three all time greats, no matter where you place those all time greats.